Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, you're in the right video. Okay, now, my computer at home is on the fridge, so I'm going to be uploading this video using the one at my college, which is where I'm at now. Yeah, just at the college, just hanging around. I'm here a little early. One of my classes is canceled. So, what are we going to talk about today? I don't know. I need to figure that out. Just give me a second. Okay, I know everyone else has done something like this, so I'll just do it anyway. I'm going to name my top 10 favorite superhero movies. Now, since you know I'm a Batman fan, you know it's number 1. So forget about that, and let's move on. Number 10. Number 10 on my list goes to The Incredible Hulk. Personally, I'm not a huge Hulk fan, but when I saw The Incredible Hulk, it was actually the first Hulk thing that I really liked. I thought it was good, inventive. They really did a good thing with the whole Bruce Banner thing. Yeah, I really liked the way they did the Hulk in that movie. Way better than Ang Lee's Hulk movie. That dragged on and on and on. So, yeah, The Incredible Hulk was a good movie. Could have had a long villain fight, but still, it was still a good movie. Moving on from The Incredible Hulk to The Incredibles. Yep, The Incredibles. Even though they're not from a comic book, they're still a superhero book. Incredibles was a great movie, like by Brad Bird, made by Brad Bird. It did a good job of like superheroes trying to fit into everyday society. My favorite scene when I first saw it, I couldn't stop laughing, was when Mr. Incredible gets out of his little car and he slips on the skateboard and cuts on the 500s and wrecks, and then he realizes he grabbed onto the car and wrecked it, and one thing we saw there, lifts the car over his head. There's a little kid there. There's a lot of hilarious scenes in The Incredibles, and yeah, so it's on my list. Moving on. Number 8. Number 8 on my list goes to Batman Returns. Now, I know a lot of people didn't like the Tim Burton sequel and blow himself up, dude. I know you didn't even like the original movie. So you're probably not gonna like my pick after this one. But still, I liked it, okay? I liked it. I thought the Penguin was great and Michelle Pfeiffer was great. And I don't know. I like Michael Keaton in it, and I don't think it was a bad movie. The ending was kind of odd, but I could still get past it. I could still buy it, even though at the very end when you see Catwoman again, she's not really standing on anything. She's standing on air because there's no building beneath her. But still, I liked it. All right, moving on. Number 7. My number 7 pick is Batman. Yes, directed by Tim Burton. Yes, I mean that one. I liked it. Okay, I know a lot of people hated it, and I'm probably going to get stuff with this, but hey, it was Batman. And as a kid who loved Batman growing up, and still does, that was like a dream come true. I didn't care if he killed people, it was Batman. Anyway, yeah, so that's my number 7 pick. Moving on. Number 6. I am Iron Man. Yes, Iron Man. Iron Man comes at number 6. I know a lot of people had it at number 2 or number 1 even, but still, I just, it was a great movie, but not as good as some of the other stuff that came by before it. Iron Man was, I loved it. It was great, but there could have been more action. There could have been a lot more action. That's what really bothered me. I know there's probably going to be a ton more in the sequel, but still, you know, I want some more blowing stuff up. But Iron Man's just cool. Anyway, moving on to number 5. Number 5. Spider-Man does whatever, you know the rest. Yes, Spider-Man. But I've seen every Spider-Man movies in theaters. Yeah, that's not saying much since there's only 3 of them. Since I originally lived in the country, that is saying a little for me. Anywho, Spider-Man rocked. Okay, like when it first came out, I was just like, yeah, whoa, wow, he's swinging, he's doing all this stuff. What cool, hey. Like, I don't know if I even would have gotten to comics if it wasn't for the Spider-Man movie. Who knows? Maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. I think Batman really got me into comics, but who knows? Spider-Man is cool. Yeah. Number 4. Number 4 goes to X-Men. X-Men were cool. Man, when I first saw that, I was just like, it was actually the first DVD movie I ever saw. I know, weird thing to remember your first DVD watch, but hey, it was a big thing back then. I didn't notice any difference in the sound though. So yeah, X-Men were cool, man. Like, I loved Cyclops. I always have. Man, he just rocked. I think the first X-Men is the best out of all of them. That's basically for me because they basically threw Cyclops out of the picture in the other ones and killed him in the third. It made me angry. So, the first X-Men movie was the best. Oh man, I even feel a fart coming on. Number 3. Number 3 goes to Batman Begins. When I first saw it, it was when Batman Begins hit that I really started buying comic books. Batman Begins was amazing. I loved it. I mean, like, I have 2 favorite scenes in Batman Begins. One is where he hooks up Flask and lifts them stories high and goes, "Where was the other drugs going?" And 2, when he presses the buttons and the commissioner goes like, "What is that?" He goes, "Back up." And then all the bats come storming in. That was the best. Those parts were the best. The Batmobile was killer. I mean, like, it was amazing. Like, I never pictured it that way, but I'm like, that's so right. Anyway, yeah, Batman Begins comes at number 3, but it was close. I usually have a tough time deciding between number 3 and number 2 which one to put up there. Anyway, number 2 goes. Number 2. Sorry. Number 2. Spider-Man. Yes, Spider-Man 2. That's what Spider-Man 2 was. Everything in a nutshell about Spider-Man. He went through troubles. His villains were, distraught. They were sad. It was a sad story for the villain. He couldn't get the girl, and then his powers started going away. Crap, Peter had a crappy life. Like, if he can't get the girl, his mentor's gone crazy. He gets fired from almost every job he gets. His boss that he sends the pictures for keeps on calling him a menace. And top it all off, the girl that he loves is getting married to some other guy. And to make it even worse, the guy she's marrying is the son of the guy that calls him a menace. What a great film. Like, because all of Peter Parker's life just goes to the crapper. And, and then he still has to try to rise above. Because you see the weak moment where he gives it up because it's too hard. And then he has to go back and do it again. I'm back! My back! Oh, my back! Anyway, you've already guessed my number 1. Number 1. It's The Dark Knight. What? Ooh, you're expecting a big shocker? Number 1's Hellboy! No, it's The Dark Knight. You might say, get something original? Well, if I got something original, I'd be lying. Number 1 is The Dark Knight. There's no other way to describe it. The Dark Knight is the greatest superhero movie of all time and my favorite movie of all time. So what do you want me to say? Oh, I'll talk about how great Heath Ledger's performance was. No, everyone's done that. Well, I'll talk about how the guy who played Harvey Dent, Aaron Eckhart, wasn't appreciated as much. No, everyone's done that. I'll talk about how... The only thing I can talk about is how I didn't mind Christian Bale doing the voice. I didn't mind him doing that. Why? Everyone who complains about that, shut up, okay? It's fine.